is that server.
Putting this back in and raising the volume. What's good, y'all? If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq and I like to KRXOVR Media. I saw people talking about this one a lot. So even though it's a couple weeks late, I had to check it out. I haven't seen a lineup like this in a minute. Really and truly. And I ever heard of something from, I believe it's RAYE is how you pronounce the name. I could be wrong. I hope that's how you pronounce the name. But I ever heard something from her in a minute as well. So I want to hear how this combination comes together. And I want to hear exactly why this one went so viral. But listen, man, I don't want to hold you out too much longer. Let's get it. This combination is mod. I don't know how they came up with this lineup.
What's going on, bro?
Nigga, you know what? Nah, you know what? Beatfreakz, they make music, so they know. Ooh, this artwork. Yeah, Beatfreakz know what they're doing, so it makes sense to put together all these different sounds.
I rolled my spliff when the sunrise 6:30 in an all black Louis V drip. Back asleep when I get my fix. It's some very dark nights I've lived, then I'm making those top 10 hits. See, I'm good at this pop star shit. Just cast mine like this doesn't mean I can't take your bitch. James, Jamal and John, all of my exes singing my songs. Write my songs and I write her songs. Life is sweet and the money don't lie. Send for my bitches, catch me outside. None of you know what I did to survive. Everyone who streamed that, followed that, played that back. GeForce GTX changed my life. If I pull up right now, it's 100K.
Putting this back in and raising the volume. What?
What's going on, bro? What's going on?
I didn't even know what to say. That caught me so off guard. Yeah. I have an understanding now as to why people said so much about
I
this one.
rolled my spliff when the sunrise 6:30 in an all black Louis V drip. Back asleep when I get my fix. It's some very dark nights I've lived, then I'm making those top 10 hits. See, I'm good at this pop star shit. Just cast mine like this doesn't mean I can't take your bitch. James, Jamal and John, all of my exes singing my songs. Write my songs and I write her songs. Life is sweet and the money don't lie. Send for my bitches, catch me outside. None of you know what I did to survive. Everyone who streamed that, followed that, played that back. GeForce GTX changed my life. If I pull up right now, it's 100K minimum. Life feels good when you're making millions. Met a new ting, he was making billions. Got on one knee, so I had to get rid of him. Since 16, every night I pray. Now I'm having dinner with B and J.
That's rude. You tell me because my man's proposed to you? That's rude. It's a treacherous world and it's done, you know.
Millions got on one knee, so I had to get rid of him. Since 16, every night I pray. GeForce GTX changed my life. If I pull up right now, it's 100K minimum. Life feels good when you're making millions. Met a new ting, he was making billions. Got on one knee, so I had to get rid of him. Since 16, every night I pray. Now I'm having dinner with B and J. I'm a croydon girl with a pavement's grey, and I had no plugs, I paid my way. Yeah. My pride too high, never asked you for help. Well, you should pre the house I just bought for myself. Still in the Benz, South London, baby. For what it's worth, I'm glad you played me. Now none of
One of the things that I like about this, it's a dark drill beat, but the fact that her voice isn't dark, it helps create that contrast. I kind of feel like I would have liked to hear what like BK on a collaboration with Beatfreakz would have done with this, because BK does kind of bring in those elements from other sounds and he's able to incorporate the brighter kind of elements into drill. But I like the stark difference that you're hearing between what the beat is doing and what she's doing. It makes sense. Now I want to hear what wewantwraiths is going to do. Honestly, I want to hear how this all comes together full circle.
I'm glad you played me. Now none of these men never matter to me. Got my girls, got my cars, got my green and my weed. No baby, ring ring. Is that money calling? This that shit you have to spend it to believe it, darling.
Number one, can't throw no shade. I make hit songs, not trap or trade. Hit that once and the pum pum's great. I can't wife her cause she way too big. More followers than I'm just bait. Touch my skinny wanna make front page. I got a big whip, man, still upgrade. They wanna catch up, but it's way too late. Uptown with jewels, man, speeding. Taking it in when SK speaking. Meant to see one girl that I'm cheating, but I'm kinda late for a label meeting. Princess, she look good this evening. Rubbing my odd, a base, stop teasing. Take off my belt, man, push that deacon. Give her the pack, that's central heating.
My pride too high, never asked you for help.
Rush did his thing. Rush, he did his thing. I understand why people saying that she spun him though. I'm not gonna lie. Like he came through, he did what he normally does, right? It felt like he probably had this on deck, ready to go, or maybe he freestyled it once he hit the booth. if this feels like an in and out thing for him. I think right now she's definitely the star on this track. I'm not gonna hold you. She's really keeping it all together. I like the fact that Rush is also on this kind of beat, because hearing him kind of take a little bit of a break from the gotcha type beats, this one has elements of the gotcha type beats and like, you know, the body Keisha Becky kind of sounds, but it also has elements of the kind of things that we could expect to hear her on too. The pianos, all those things, it really does wrap together all of their styles really well.
House I just bought for myself, still in the ends, South London, baby. For what it's worth, I'm glad you played me. Now none of these men never matter to me. Got my girls, got my cars, got my green and my weed. No, baby, ring ring, is that money calling? Is that shit you have to spend it to believe it?
They ain't believing me, working harder like there's 3 of me. Used to pray I made 100K, I'm breaking bread all day, I do it easily. 1 year in, I made a lot of changes, why these niggas out here trying to be for me. Turn the page and now I'm going places, now these insta baddies wanna sleep with me. I'm a G and ski. My head is in the stars and I can't ask you for help.
We're taking this back. I love the way that they layered the vocals, and I'm also glad that wewantwraiths dialed back a little bit on the auto-tune. I've said this in previous reactions, he clearly has the voice for it, and the auto-tune also does help accentuate his voice already, but I felt like in some of the previous songs the auto-tune was just really overbearing. This time around I think it had the perfect amount of auto-tune, if any at all. I can't really pick up on if there's like a lot, but regardless, right, the amount of auto-tune, if anything, on there, it just really balances out what he can already do, but also giving you what he probably couldn't normally do with just a regular voice. You feel me? And the layering of the vocals. Now I want to hear wewantwraiths and Abs. I know I gotta do these recommendations. wewantwraiths and Abs will stop, because Abs does that thing too where he layers his vocals, and it always sounds really good too.
Is that shit you have to spend it to believe it?
They ain't believing me, working harder like there's 3 of me. Used to pray I made 100K, I'm breaking bread all day, I do it easily. 1 year in, I made a lot of changes, why these niggas out here trying to be for me. Turn the page and now I'm going places, now these insta baddies wanna sleep with me. I'm a G and ski. My head is in the stars and I can't ask you for help. All these scars that's on my back, I cut them open myself. When life gets hard, it'll be okay. It's me and Ray, and it's brand new riff. It's baby blue like Beyonce. You better tell Jay about wewantwraiths.
My pride too high, never asked you for.
He said, you having those special means, better put me on and let them know about me.
In the stars and I can't ask you for help. All these scars that's on my back, I cut them open myself. When life gets hard, it'll be okay. It's me and Ray, and it's brand new riff. It's baby blue like Beyonce. You better tell Jay about wewantwraiths.
My pride too high.
Baby blue like Beyonce, Blue Ivy. This is their child.
I'm open myself. When life gets hard, it'll be okay. It's me and Ray, and it's brand new riff. It's baby blue like Beyonce. You better tell Jay about wewantwraiths.
My pride too high, never asked you for help. Well, you should pre the house I just bought for myself.
If I'm being real, this is an example of commercial drill done right, in my opinion.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you played me. Now none of these men never matter to me. Got my girls, got my cars, got my green and my weed. No, baby, ring ring, is that money calling?
This is very well put together. Shout out to Beatfreakz. Shout out to Beatfreakz, because like as producers, they hear and think about music a little bit differently than just putting together the beat. Right? They think about like putting together different kinds of styles, bringing together different kinds of audiences. This was a very smart move from like a musical standpoint, from a business standpoint. Yeah, shout out to Beatfreakz. So in this channel, we hold the vowels. That means we're getting straight into it, and I'm very glad I listened to this. I had a feeling it was going to be good. Like, Beatfreakz doesn't disappoint me, and just looking at the way that they lined this one up, I had a feeling it was going to work out. It just made sense. They really brought in several different worlds. You bring in somebody who's at the top of the drill world right now in terms of like producing drill songs that could still go #1. You got somebody like wewantwraiths, who's like really among the top of like the wave scene. Then you got somebody like RAYE, who's also among the top and who has history in like producing the kind of songs that are a little bit more mainstream. So wrapping that all up together with a beat that was very much so meticulously constructed for all of their sounds. Like if you listen to it, it had, I believe somebody called them counter snares. So shout out for those of you who explained what the snares that kind of have the more hi-hat-ish kind of patterns to them. Right? Shout out to those of you who explained that to me. But the counter snares, perfect for Rush, right? The pianos in there, perfect for both wewantwraiths and for RAYE. It all just came together perfectly. I think that Beatfreakz, again, musically, they're very smart. I typically am not really a fan of when people who their foundation isn't necessarily in drill produce drill beats, but this time around I think that they did do the sound some good justice in my opinion. With regards to their flows, pretty clean. Honestly, again, Ray kind of spun both of them on this. I'm not gonna lie to you, she was definitely the star here. But I also think that that works because it also helps pull in more people to listen to the track. The beat, as I already said, very well constructed, worked for everybody. Lyrically, this is one of those where it's like, I have to think a little bit differently about how I want to rate this one lyrically. For like a pop song, in the sense that it's something that more people will listen to, it's like a mainstream drill song, it was a very good balance of all the things that we can expect from all of them, but also kind of bringing in a little bit of like the raw kind of grittiness that we want from drill in all of their lyrics. So Ray was like rude within the ways and the context in which she can be rude, right? That's within her world, she had her layers of like rudeness. Then you have Rush kind of diverting away from like the classic just drill, all this on the road, blah blah blah. He kind of just brought us the things he's been giving us for this past couple songs, and it worked. I don't think he probably had to put too much effort into that one, and really and truly his voice adds another layer to, again, the fact that this beat wasn't really that up tempo. Like, it was a drill beat, but it didn't really have that brightness. I guess that's probably most of what I'm looking for. So Rush's tone of voice and when he delivers adds a little bit more life to the whole track. And then wewantwraiths with his vocals, it all tied together perfectly. He had his moments, and I like, again, how he talked about some of the things that are kind of drill-esque, but he didn't go too drilly with it. Talk about the scars on his back, but also turn that into a metaphor. He probably meant, well, I don't know, maybe he was talking about actual scars on his back, but the fact that he said he opened them up himself, maybe there's a little bit more of like a layer to that. You know what I mean? And even towards the end, him talking about, yo, you having these meetings with B&J, you know, put my name on the table there. You feel me? So like, he's kind of diverting away from the more streetish sound as well. But again, this does have what can kind of appeal to the people who may like just regular traditional drill. Nonetheless, very good track. I'm throwing this on the playlist. This is a very, very replayable song. This is one of those that I can listen to when I want to kind of get a feel for drill without taking in this super dark, just demonic grittiness. You know what I mean? So thank you to anybody who recommended this one. I really understand why this one was kind of going a little bit crazy on Instagram when it first dropped. Very well put together song. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of this coming for y'all. But until next time, peace.